Welcome. We are your hosts, Chris and Tammy.
In this podcast, we dive into the mindset for networking strategies and skills you'll need to build a solid foundation to build a global business.
We've built a multi-million-dollar business and have mentored thousands of people around the globe in the last 25 years. Going through the building your list. And really the purpose of this training is to help you gather some leads and build that list of yours, which we know has always been the foundation of building our business. What's important to understand here is we're going to be going through a little bit of the basics, what used to be, which is quite valid today. But we're also going to be sharing with you some of the updates, some of the things that we do, and we highly, highly recommend for you to do this. And you can do this right now.
Often when people get started, it's a mental list, and we encourage everybody to always have an agenda with you, something that you can create a database of contacts. Some people do it by hand, some people do it through a computer database. But we highly recommend that you start creating that database, because over the years, you're going to accumulate a lot of names. That's what it takes to build a successful business in network marketing.
I agree, Tammy. And, some of you will have a written list. And one thing, what do you do with these leads? How are you accumulating? Because at the end of the day, your list is your lifeline. I highly recommend that you organize yourself, not just to have a written list on a piece of paper. It's a lot easier to index someone through a database electronically. So it's important to have a database of everybody you're actually in contact with. People that might have turned down the opportunity. Maybe they were a customer once upon a time. They got off the product. And I'm telling you that there's something that's really, there's a huge difference between the professional and the amateur when it comes to this kind of business. But as your database increases, your income will increase, because you'll have more people that are most likely going to be doing business with you. And again, you're looking for people that are ambitious, people that love a challenge, people that are proactive, especially with their health, people who love helping people who love to lead, people who loves to travel, people who want to make money, whatever the situation may be. You want to make a contact list and accumulate that land, because there's a no today doesn't mean it's going to be a no tomorrow. Your list is your lifeline. It's like liquid gold. So as you make contact, and whenever there's birthdays, celebrations, it's easy to, today we hear it all the time, especially if you're in contact with them, you add them to your Facebook contacts. You're also friends. You get notified when it's their birthdays. There is so many opportunity for you to maintain a relationship. Don't just dismiss a name because there was no interest. I'm telling you, the money is in the follow-up. And it could be 2-3 years from now, but it's not you're waiting 2-3 years, right? It just happens that 2-3 years from now, something occurs that just happens to fit the profile for that particular person if you keep in touch and in contact with them.
I like to create names for my lists. I like to put diamond lists. It's all about setting the right mindset on building your business. So put diamond lists. It'll encourage you to increase. And as you can see here, professionals are always adding to the list. And that's your goal, is to keep adding to the list. And once you start talking to people, you end up getting more connections through those people. You start thinking about people and things start to trigger for you to start adding more names. So always have that list available. So, and when it's in your mind, please write it down. If you've got your phone, there's a note section in your phones, write their name down, and make sure you do this, because we are so busy beings. We all know that our thoughts, they come and go so quickly.
One of the things that's important, folks, understand that the richest people in the world, they build networks. Everything else go for job. They look for job. There's no future in this environment. You're always at the mercy of this environment. And that's why network marketing is so important. And that's the difference between the wealthy and the not so wealthy is, again, the not wealthy look for job. The wealthy tends to create, they build network and create. And that's why network marketing, it's a really important profession. And if folks don't get it, it's an opportunity to educate them. Don't get mad at it. Don't get upset. Don't get frustrated. Just understand that's where they are, because once upon a time, maybe you were there too. So keep that in mind as you are building.
There's people out there that are looking for a challenge. There's people out there that are hungry. They're looking for income, so if you ask people, when you have a relationship with people, it's easier to ask people. When you're talking to a total stranger and they're not open, most likely they're not open to refer anybody to you. But when you build relationships with people, regardless whether the timing's good for them or not, you want to be that person that everybody refers people to, because you're just so likable and people know that you bring value. So they're going to refer you. You're going to be that person. So become that leader that everybody wants to tell everybody about.
As we finish this session, it was a real pleasure to share with the team. So thank you so much. Okay, everybody. So have yourself a wonderful evening. It was a real pleasure. And goodbye, everybody.